Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to finish the resume and turn it in. Okay, so you should have put your experiences in your resume so far. You should have put your skills in your resume so far. Got rid of all the I statements. Um, you can add or delete sections as needed. So this is pretty important. Let's take a look at it. So if you have a resume, you, you definitely want to have your editorial at the top. You want to have your objective, what job you want to get. And then, so here's a good spot. You could put profile or skills, right? And so these are all the things that you're good at. So you have your experiences should all go here. Okay, so this is things that you've done. So jobs you've had, things you've actually done. So that could go here. And so that could be kind of it if you want. You could add other things like memberships and activities, or you could add honors and awards if you have some. You could add education if that's impressive. So like for this person, she had a 3.8, so it makes sense to put in education. For honors and awards, she got a scholarship, so that was good. If you don't have honors and awards, don't put that. If you don't have good grades, don't put education. If you don't have memberships and activities, don't put it. If there's something that you have that's different, you could add that section. So there's all kinds of sections you could create if it makes sense. So there's not one way to do a resume, but for sure what you need to have is an editorial, an objective, this thing that says profile, or it could say skill, and then your experiences go here, and then the rest is kind of optional. Okay? All right, let's keep going. So you can, like I just said, you can add or delete different sections as needed. Yep, I just said that. Yep, I just said that. Already talked about that. You can use lots of action words. Okay, so here's one of the requirements. Make sure you use numbers, dollar signs, and percents. So if you look at this resume, you have numbers, you have more numbers, and I don't know if there's any dollar signs. There's percent. Yeah, so that do all that. Okay. Um, you can try this. Read through this if you want. Okay, so I want you to try a PAR statement. PAR stands for problem, action, results. So I transformed a disorganized, inefficient warehouse. What was the problem? Disorganized, inefficient warehouse. What was your action? You transformed it. And what was the results? Redesign the layout and save the company thousands of dollars. So if you can do a PAR statement, that would be excellent. You're going to get extra credit for doing that. Another example, improved an engineering company's, what was the problem? They had an obsolete filing system. What was the action? Developed a simple but sophisticated coding system. And what was the result? Save time and money. So if you can do a PAR statement, that's an excellent thing to do. It's worth extra credit. And so just make it look good. Try to get your font 11 or greater. Um, make the font look classy. Don't do something ugly for font. Um, you can read through this yourself. Okay, so basically what I want you to do at this point is open up the scoring guide and just double check that you have everything. Okay, so open up the scoring guide, and number one, make sure your name and contact information are at the top. If you think I or somebody are going to stalk you, then put fake stuff up here, because I have no desire or time to stalk you. But if you want to feel safe, go ahead and do that. Make sure you have a targeted objective in the XYZ format. So what job do you want, editorial position, and what do you bring to the table, communication skills and desire to work. No I statements here. Create an editorial at the top, exceptional writer and editor, so make sure you have an editorial at the top. So you can have a thing called profile, but don't put an or. You can say just profile, or if you wanted to say skills, you could do that, or you could say skills summary, and then you have some really nice bullet points here. Add at least 6 skills from your worksheet in the ABCD format. So then you have here, you have experience or work history, but don't put both, one or the other. Um, so use the A, B, who C, and D format. Supervised kitchen staff of 6 integrate like that. Start 3 bullet points with powerful action words and circle them. Okay, so make sure you have some powerful action verbs: supervised, prepared, managed, welcomed, updated, typed, maintained. So powerful action verbs is good. Um, use at least 2 $ and percents. That's really good if you can do that. Use one PAR, problem action result statement. Um, solved problem of reporters turning in articles late by creating and instituting a new grading rubric that was tied to student grades. So there's a problem, there's an action, there was a result. Then you're going to get some points for overall quality and seriousness and effort. And so education and other headings are good, and you can do that. They're not mandatory, and that's it. Okay, so when you're done, I want you to share your resume with me, and make sure you put a note in there that this is your final resume and you want me to grade it as your final resume.